The objective of each hand is to be the first player to obtain 2 armies or 2 sets of 4. Once a player is able to obtain 2 armies during their turn, they can end the hand and all players will count their points. Within the deck there are 100 cards. There are 10 sets of 6, which is what you use to make armies. Each army has a different value at the end, so keep that in mind as you decide which ones you want to go for during the hand. There are also 9 different types of special cards that you can use either during battle or during your turn. To begin, remove the quick start cards and place them around the table for easy viewing. Shuffle the remaining cards and then deal 8 cards to each player. All other cards are placed in the middle of the table to create a draw pile. Starting to the left of the dealer, the starting player can choose to draw 2 cards from the draw pile, use a special card. There are special cards that must be played during your turn, and some of them can be used throughout the game. We will cover all of the special cards later in this video. Or you can battle for cards from other players. In our sample game, we have 4 players noted by the 4 player icons on each side of the screen. When you battle, take 1 numbered card from your hand, in this case a 6, and place it in the middle of the table to begin a prize pile. This forces all players at the table to place any matching cards into the prize pile as well, even if they have multiples. Player 2 has 2 wizard cards and must place both of them into the prize pile. Player 3 has 1 wizard, and player 4 doesn't have any wizard cards and will not be involved in the battle. It's important to remember that the initiating player only has to play 1 card, even if they have multiples. Each player involved in the battle has a chance to win the prize pile. Players 1, 2, and 3 will now choose a champion, which is generally another numbered card but could also be a special card from their hand. If any of the players would rather surrender their cards in the prize pile and not battle the other players, they can withdraw from the battle at any time before champions are revealed, but any cards they were required to place in the prize pile will stay to the end of the battle. Once all players in the battle have selected a champion, they will place them face down and all reveal at the same time. The player with the highest card wins the prize pile and will add the cards to their hand. If 2 players play the same numbered card as their champion, the tie is broken by the higher pips on the card. After the battle, all champions used in the battle are discarded, so you do not want to use a champion to battle that you may need to complete an army later in the game. After each player's turn, all players will draw any needed cards so that they have 8 cards in their hand. If you have more than 8 cards, then there's no need to draw. There are 9 special cards in the game. Some can be used at any time and some must be played as a turn. Player 1 drew a bonus card. This is played immediately, even if you get one out of turn. Once played, the player gets to draw another card. Any player with a bonus card at the end will get to add 50 points to their score. A spy card can be played as your turn or during another player's battle. The spy card allows a player to initiate a battle even if they don't have the card they want to battle for. It also allows a player to join a battle that they are not part of. For instance, player 2 started a battle for knight cards. Player 3 and 4 do not have any knight cards. Player 1 has 1. Generally, only player 1 and 2 would battle for the knight cards in the prize pile, but player 4 uses a spy card to join the battle. Now player 4 could also win the prize pile. The rest of the battle is played as a standard battle. A spy could also be used to initiate a battle, not only to join one. The castle card can be played during a battle or to block a thief card, which we'll explain in a minute. When played during battle, the castle is played as a champion. When a player uses a castle as their champion, any cards they were forced to play into the prize pile are returned to them after the battle. In this case, player 1 is using a castle to protect his knight card that is currently in the prize pile. When all players reveal champions, player 1 gets to pull back any cards he was forced to place into the prize pile. This is a great way to gotcha your opponents, as they still have to use and lose a champion in the battle. The Guardian card can be played at any time after a battle, even if it isn't your turn. This allows a player to save their champion card from being discarded after battle. Instead of discarding your champion card, you can discard a Guardian card and return your champion to your hand. This only works for numbered cards. A Guardian will not save special cards or wilds after battle. After the battle, players would again draw cards if they do not have 8 in their hand. The chest card allows a player to protect an army of at least 4 matching cards from their hand. Player 3 has an army of 4 cards that they would like to protect. They place the chest card on top of the army and now they are protected. Even if a player starts a battle for the same number, player 3 is not required to put them in the prize pile, as they are now protected by the chest card. The Gravedigger card allows a player to revive a numbered card from the discard pile. If you only need 1 card to complete an army, or you see some high-valued cards in the discard pile that could be helpful in battle, This is a great time to use a Gravedigger. Player 4 plays a Gravedigger card and decides to revive a Dragon Slayer. A wild card can be played as a champion or be included as part of an army. The wild card is the highest valued card in the game and will even beat a number 10 card. But once you use it, you can't get it back. So you must decide if it's worth losing in order to win a battle or if it is more valuable as a part of your army. The death card is something you want to avoid. The player with the death card in their hand is required to get 3 armies before they are able to end the hand, while all other players still only need 2 armies. Also, if you end the hand with the death card, you lose 150 points. The only way to get rid of the death card is to use it as a champion during a battle. It will always lose the battle, but the winner of the battle must take the death card as part of the prize pile. It is never discarded. Player 2 used the death card as their champion, so player 2 loses the battle, but player 1 must now take the death card along with the 2 woodsman cards in the prize pile. A thief card must be played during your turn, but it allows a player to either steal a played bonus card, which would also let you draw a card, or try to steal a card from another player. The stealing player states which card they want to try and steal, and in our game, player 2 requests a Viking card from player 4. Player 2 could have asked for any card, including special cards like Wilds, Gravediggers, or Guardian cards. Since player 2 asked for a Viking and player 4 has one, they must give the card to the stealing player, unless they have a castle card. If player 4 were to have more than one Viking card, player 4 could choose which Viking card they want to give. If you play a thief card and the player doesn't have what you ask for, then your turn is over, so ask carefully. Play continues until a player obtains the required armies and decides to end the hand during their turn. Player 3 was able to capture an army of villagers and soldiers and ends the hand. The player to go out first gets to add 50 bonus points to their score. Once the hand is ended, any player who has a completed army can count the points associated with that army towards their point total. So player 3 would get 300 for the army of villagers, 250 points for the soldiers. They would also get 50 points for going out first. It may take several hands, but once a player is able to obtain 1,000 points, they are the winner.